Okay. Hello, hello everybody. This is Ominous for Responsible Gaming. It is lunchtime, and I'm gonna do a quick sealed pool from Shadows of Innistrad because I think that's gonna be fun. Um, so yeah, just gonna dive right into it. If you haven't seen spoilers, you're not gonna understand much of what's going on here. Mm. In all fairness, I don't know that I will either. I'm also gonna be eating chips. I also went to the dentist this morning. It's all gonna be very fun. So first, I'm going to have a quick look at the rares. We get this little guy, 2 and flash flying. When he enters the battlefield, target spirit gains proof, and you may cast your spirits as though they had flash. He's a very sweet spirit lord kind of thing. So there's no white rare. There's no black rare. Wolf of Devil's Breach. I don't know if I've seen this guy. Whenever the wolf attacks, you may pay 2 and discard a card. If you do, deals damage to target creature opponent score equal to the discard card commented mana cost. It's a 5/5 for 5 with a crazy madness deal damage kind of thing. That's fine. I don't know if you have many high drop to discards once you drop your 5/5 for 5, but hell, it's a sweet creature. 2/1 for 1. Um, you vampires have madness. That's cool. Harness the Storm, not good. You may cast an instant sorcery spell. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you may cast another one from your graveyard. You need a lot of copies of the same thing to be able to do anything with that. 2 tireless trackers, 3/2 for 3. Whenever you play a land, investigate. And whenever you sacrifice a clue, put a +1 on him. Yeah, that's fine. Dual land. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to look at the other cards. Destroy creature, investigate, make a flyer. Oh, that's the Fallen Angel. 3 flying for 5. It's alright. Angelic Purge, which is fine. Spirit. 3 ones for 2 and 3. The 2/5. 2/2 for 2. It's a spirit. Huh. Oh yeah, it's a non-flying spirit. Destroy target attacking creature power 3 or less. It's probably playable. Combat trick. Human. Spirits. Got a couple spirit cards. Counter target spell with madness. Oh yeah, so also I have in the back of my mind vaguely the idea that I'm gonna be doing the pre-release to a giant, and I need to switch to I'm only making one deck for one, and then also the dynamics are a little different. But I'll do that. Don't you worry. Whenever they enter the battlefield, investigate. 2/4 for 4. That's cool. This guy is very sweet. You get potentially 2 Death Touchers for 4. Just the wind. Okay. Skulker guy. Enters the battlefield if you control another zombie you can loot. It's fine. Kinda good even. Frost Breath with Investigate. Reveal a top 5 card, put 2 instant sorcery. Blech. 1, 2, 4, 2. Zombies. I haven't really looked at zombie synergy. Well, I guess there's only that synergy, so that's fine. Enter the battlefield, tap. Enter the battlefield, tap target creature. Oh yeah, that's fine. It's kinda cool. This guy's alright. This vampire transforms into a 3/2 flyer if you discard a card. That's pretty awesome. Lifelinker, sacrifice a creature, put a +1/+1 on each vampire you control. It's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. 7 minutes for 6. 3/3 Skulk for 2. Discard a card. Sure. I guess, probably. It's a little funky still, but this is good. This is good. Removal. Lifelinker. It's a spirit. Interesting. Destroy target tap creature. Hey, we have 3 removals so far. And 2 throttles. Yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Get 5 removal in black. Plus a Dispatcher. I like it. So the red is pretty sweet because we have basically 2 rares that are good. Giving madness to vampires is fine. Yeah, it's added value. I mean, 2/1 for 1 in sealed when you're not looking at being extremely aggressive is maybe a little underwhelming, but I don't know, we might pull out an aggressive, I guess. So I like the black. The spirit is, I mean, I would love to do spirit, but it's Rattlechain, Vessel of Ephemera, Drifter. I mean, no, you don't look at spirit synergies if you just have that rare that is not even like breaking the synergy open. Like, it's cool, especially since Falkenrath Gorger is almost giving flash to your vampires anyways, so you can do the same with vampires. It's almost giving them flash, and if it is, it's better than giving them flash because you're going to be able to discard for value depending on what discard outlet you have. Dance with the Devils apparently is pretty alright. Gaze Blast is pretty alright too. Gibbering Fiend I think is good. What is it? 1 damage to each opponent, and he can do 1 damage all the time. Yeah, that's super cool. I can control target creature, gives +2/+0, madness, blah blah. That can be interesting, especially if we're very aggressive. Spiteful Motive is pretty weird, but it might be playable. Blood Mad Vampire deals combat and put a +1 on it. It is a 4/1 for 3. Ugh. Madness for 2. I don't think we have that many discard outlets in the early game, which is very unfortunate. This transforms into a 6/5 that I don't know what it does. Tough. Oh god, what kind of name is this? I'm pretty sure I typed it wrong, but it's gonna correct. Yeah. Show me. Ravager 6/5 menace. Yeah. She can be a fine top end actually. Magmatic Chasm, not so much. Reduce to Ashes removal. Get a Vampire Wizard, very weird. I mean, it's very weird because it's this monk from Cans, and this is a red card. It's freaking 1/3 Vampire. Trick that gives trample, maybe. And Madness +2/+2 is kind of alright. It's like an instant speed trick, almost, if you can guarantee your madness. Tormenting Voice, Uncaged Fury, Voldaren Duelist, target creature can block this turn. 3/2 haste. Yeah, that's cool. That's like, it's kind of like the dash guy, isn't it? It's 4, except it stays on the battlefield. Wow, really? Oh no, it was for 3. But for 4 you get haste on the expensive part that stays on the battlefield. It's kind of like, it's better than the one with dash when you don't pay the dash cost because it get haste. Because I think it was for 3 or 3/2. for a 3/2 without haste. Anyways, get those two guys that are kind of cool. We got whenever you transform, you put wolves. We got when this guy dies, investigate, which is pretty sweet. A trick. Another dies into a card or into an investigate. Equestrian skill. I like the name of the card because I'm thinking they went fancy with it, and it could have been called "good at riding horses," basically, or I'm good at riding horses. This is a pretty bad mana dork. This is a pretty meh top end. This is a 3/4 for 4, which I kind of like usually. Solitary Hunter. Solitary Hunter. For 3/4 for 4. Oh, damn it. This thing is kind of a reveal the top 4 cards and get an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, planeswalker in your hand. It's kind of alright if you have time for dirtling. This is a 5/6. 3/4 for 4 turns into a 5/6. It's cool. It's alright. It's okay. Watcher in the Web. Additional creature each combat. 2/5 reach for 5. Whew. Yeah, do some blocking. This is for Delirium. I was listening to Limited Resources review, and that's a pretty good point. You get your 3/1 that can trade on the blocking and get you Delirium. I haven't seen many Delirium, I think, in this pool. Put target card from your graveyard on the bottom of your library. Oh, you know what? I was looking for this in for Two-Headed Giant Sealed, because I was thinking there is a fair chance you can deck your opponents, and also I'm a little afraid of getting decked, and you get one solution here. I like that. Man, I don't know, it's a little spread, huh? It's a little spread out. So we got removal, and we got I could see a vampire. We can try quickly, see what we can do with the vampires. So this one is sweet. This one is okay. This one, those are removal. Destroy creature, Death Touch, removal. That's 2 throttles. Might be a little high. This one is good. This one is good. That's with the devil. Let's say it's good. 2 damage to creature player, 3 instant speed. That's good. That's alright. Let's put one of those just in case. And this. Might need to put this guy because I don't think we have many 2-drops. The Tormenting Voice is probably fine. Let's say we need this. I kind of feel like we might play this too. This is a lot of 4-drops though. So we are at 18 cards, and we have a almost sorta okay-ish curve that needs more 3 and maybe less 5. I don't know about the creatures though. It's too bad they don't do. Yeah. 3 would be this guy. Not so great. Oh yeah. What about the discard outlets? Damn. Oh, this one was good. That's another 4-drop though. Jeez. Discard outlet. We don't have enough of them. This is very unfortunate. Because we have a bunch of madness synergies. We have this guy that discards, and then we have just about nothing. It's very unfortunate. Because, well, this doesn't really need madness. This would probably be a bit better if it was, because you can kind of virtual haste it if you instant speed the creature and maybe hope to get your opponent by surprise. Because otherwise, I'm not a big fan. I basically probably wouldn't play it, except I need 3 drops. This is pretty good with Madness. I guess we don't need Madness. We have this for Madness too. But if you, well, yeah, if you want to do this and this, that means you want to remove 2 creatures. But we can enable other Madness guys. So I guess it's fine. We don't have that much things that need Madness. I don't love the deck so far, anyways. It's like bad aggressive deck or baddish aggressive deck in sealed, not fantastic. So just to know, like now we had 20 cards, and we have a deficit in 3, maybe too much 5, not sure, because we don't have any bigger, so we can say those are not our top ends. 2 of them are removal. This one is pretty sweet. What else is for 5? Oh, Arsonist. Arsonist and Devil, 2 removal, and apparently we have another one. Oh, reduce to ashes. So 3 removal for 5. I'm basically fine with that. 2 top end plus 2 removal. I mean, we could even have another Ghoulsteed, or Ghoulsteed would add a little bit more inevitability and discard at the same time. Okay, so I would potentially try something along those lines. I could put some of those if I want more 3 drops. Oh, there's this guy, Vampire, 3/2 for 3. Well, you know, necessary evil. You might just do that. I don't know. I kind of like the lifelink better, but I guess we don't need. A word from our sponsor: don't buy this headset. Mine and one of my friends' batteries just died within a year. Not good. I'm gonna have to get a new one. So okay, not fantastic. Not fantastic. What else would we do? Ooh. Oh, come on. The I feel like the good cards are pretty spread. Those are fine. I guess they're not fantastic. I like the Byway Couriers. I like the Solitary Hunter. Okay. So the green is fine. The red is quite alright. The black had good removal. It didn't really have anything else. It basically didn't have anything else apart from that girl. Which is unfortunate because damn, I want me some 5 pieces of removal. The fix is just non-existent. Apart from this, we could splash. Can we splash red for removal? We got Gaze Blast. We got Reduce to Ashes. Potentially Tormenting Voice, probably not. Man, this is rough. This is very rough. Oh, hello. Yeah, I play MTGO. I actually tried and load the sealed pool on MTGO, but the cards are not there yet, so we couldn't do the. That would have been better to do the sealed over there, but they don't have the cards yet. And pre-release online is at least in a week, I think maybe in 2. So tomorrow is the pre-release in cards though. I'll put the link to this website too if people want to see what was I gonna say? How I do to do the sealed. I'm gonna put it now. Text, enter a name, text, enter text, and edit scene text. This guy. So yeah, um, the white is acceptable. Man, the seal pool is so flat. It's very flat to me. Um, I mean, it's not that flat. Like I kind of really like the red, and I really like to have the black removal. But I could try and splash the black, I guess, and do like a ghoul, like a werewolf red green, and try and splash the black for removal. That's a possibility. I don't love the idea of splashing, but I wasn't in love with the rest of the Rakdos deck we did. Um, I'm just gonna make it just in case to see what it looks like. A 2-1 for 1 that gives madness to vampires when you're like it's just a 2-1 for 1 basically. If you don't really play vampires, and I don't really have any in red, kind of isn't good at all. The devils are fine, I think. This is fine probably, except when you're less aggressive, it's less fine. This is maybe fine. I'm just gonna pretend those are fine. This. I'm keeping my weird tricks for later when I have a better sense of the deck. This is fine. Those are good. We could try and... Oh, this is a 5-4 for 5, eh? Yeah, yeah, I want that. Yeah, we could try and double down on werewolves, I suppose. Um, it's whenever... Sorry, and whenever a permanent controls into a non-human. So we can do transforming vampires. Not that I have any, actually, in those colors. Yeah, I don't. Got Fork in the Road for the splash, which is not great at all, but we could envision playing it. And we got this, if we're durdling a little bit. Um, so this seems to be, there could be a world. There could be a world. Where's the one drop? Oh, the Vessel of Nascency. Nascency? Okay. A lot of 4 drops, not enough 2 drops. There's not enough 2 drops in the entire pool, to be honest. There's one crappy one in red, 0 in green, 1 in black. Yeah, what the hell? Oh man, that is rough. There is 2 in blue over here, 3 in blue. The blue is not so bad either, I guess. I am finding this pool to be rough. There is quite a bit more in white. Let's make all the pools. So this is a werewolf deck-ish. Not very exciting. You could imagine with the Fork in the Road, your double land. Double land helps you splashing a color that the land isn't of, because it's an extra land that gives you 2 colors, so you can add a swamp. It's MTGO with license. I'm not sure what you mean. It's a MTGO with license. This website? This website is just a seal pool generator to simulate a seal pool. MTGO is, you make an account, you pay for the cards. You know. Yeah. Very hard time I'm having. So yeah, I could see this is 19 cards. I could see attempting to splash. Splashing for deadweight is not as good as splashing for something that has a higher impact, obviously, because by the time you get your black, -2/-2 might not be that good. So you could put Turtle, maybe Sinister Concoction. Could see that. It's all over the place, but it does something, I think. It doesn't have 2 drops. Hopefully the 3 drops have a good defensive speed. This has a fine defensive speed. Lots of 3/2s. There's a lot of 3/2s in this block. Deadweight might be a little better than I think. And then there is, when you get to I might put 18 lands. This is really all over the place. You get like your steal a card and you get your two ones that does damage. At least it's a 2-drop, I guess, but it's like you wouldn't do that in a dirtly deck or in a mid-range whatever deck. Okay, so since it's so hard, can I just reset this thing? That would be great. Ugh. Let's pretend we do. Oh yeah, I forgot that I was eating. Let's pretend we do. What color now? Man, this thing. I'm just gonna do it just because I want to see. I want to pretend I have spirits. So. Really not that many spirits at all. But those are good cards. A lot of 2-drops, even though that's not really a 2-drop at all. Delirium. Okay. Play this. Probably play this. Probably play this. Probably play those if you want to curve. Most likely play this. Don't really have any humans. It's sealed, so I might consider playing a counterspell. 2 creatures for 4 when you don't really have a hope of giving them Death Touch, not so great. Human Wizard, Investigate, yes please. This is a 2-drop. So return target to its owner's hand. Press for insert. This is pretty cool. It's not a conditional run, right? It's tap target creature opponent control. It doesn't tap, so I love this. Look at those 2. Okay, my drop here are my 2-drops. They are in blue and white. I mean, it's not proven that you need to pack 2-drops in this format, even though the vampires seem to be pretty fast. And how many cards is that? So we only have 2 4-drops, and we are at 14 cards. And we have also 2 3-drops. I don't like this dog. Yeah, I don't really like it. You might put this on the top end. We don't really have WinCon, which is unfortunate too. This kind of sucks. Man, it's rough. Super rough. And humans, we only have like 7 1-drops, 7 2-drops anyways. And we don't have humans at all. Like at all. Oh, does it do humans? Whenever another creature you control dies. So if we actually make a lot of spirits, this might be fine. But man, I have so many 2-drops. And I'm not like aggro either. I mean, I have a couple flyers. I have a bunch of flyers actually. Yeah, actually it's somewhat aggressive. You get 3 1s. You get a ton of 2-drops. We need something to make it a little more inevitable. We might definitely put some press for answers in that sort of deck because we could tempo people out. I would go almost 2. I would almost go to 2. I could play just the wind as well, even though just the wind makes your opponent spend mana to cast the creature. As opposed to tapping it, because it does this. It basically does the same, right? And this one it stays on the board. This one they have to spend mana. But on the other hand, this is an investment to get a card back. So I think in a deck that is such a low curve, I would probably play this. Creatures you control get +2/+1 at the end of turn. I hate to say this, but in this deck I might consider it too, because we just have a ton of creatures and we have lots of flyers, so we could like we could send a lot in the air. Honestly, considering the power level of what I've been doing so far, I'm liking the Azorius after all, even though it's basically has no synergy to it, apart from making lots of dudes and having a couple removal and a couple tempo spells, which if it's done nicely, it can be very powerful. Um, and we get this guy with Delirium. That's gonna definitely be a win con because if you have like 2 creatures on the board, it can already hit for 7. If you have 3 creatures, hit for 9. Like you need to do something about it. So I like it, which means I would probably play this with Delirium then, I guess. It's not great, but what else is there for Delirium? There is the enchantments that put spirits. There's this enchantment that mills and draws, which is kind of not good. I could consider counterspell because I'm gonna have some mana at some stage, and I don't really know what else to do. I could consider the Strength of Arm just to keep pushing those damage in and finish, and I could consider just the win for the same reason to push damages in. I have 20 cards. Wow, it's so hard to make a deck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna count this as creatures. 6, 7 non-creatures already. Could definitely put a couple more spells. If I'm just sticking to the plan, I would go this, and I would just really try to jam in the tempo. And I could definitely consider playing this now because I have 9 spells. I can imagine removing a creature or tempoing a creature, and then send a 3/1 indestructible to attack. That is possible. That's definitely possible. Tap a big blocker. And then send your indestructible little guy. There is better cards, like I kind of like this one, but the thing is we're not making a fantastic deck, and what we're making, our hope of doing something, I think, is to jam some kind of tempo thing. So I actually like this guy reasonably well. It's got a lot of kind of bad spells, but they still do what they're supposed to do. If you manage to jam in 2 or 3 flyers, and in flyers we have Spirit Token, we have End Condition, Win Con, Good Flyer, we have Potentially Flyer, we have 2 flyers, 2 flyers again, Spirit Lord, we have Skulk maybe to put in damage, we got that's about it. And then we got Tempo Guy. You get 3/1 for damage, 3/1 for damage, 3/1 for damage, 3/1 for damage. Yeah, if you have lots of guys who die, you can have an Unruly Mob. That's okay. We get removal, and then we got tempo spells. And then we got another +2/+1 to all you dudes. Hopefully you get like 3 flyers when you do that. Yeah. I think I like it better than the Rakdos one that I did before. Because the Rakdos one wasn't that aggressive. But this if you don't pressure your opponent or possibly kill with this, you're just going nowhere. Like you really need to do it. Let's do a simple hand, because there is simple hands on there. Right, you need lands. Good question. 17 lands, and let's say, so 17, so 10 and 7 or 9 and 8, just do 9 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait, yeah. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 40 cards. Might keep. Might keep. Not so great, but also might keep. This kind of sucks. Yeah, this is not very good. This is also pretty bad. I mean, you get your spirits, but it depends what you draw, I suppose. Oh, you can draw. Nice. What did I draw? Land? Ugh, ugh, ugh. Ugh, ugh. I'm losing that one. Yeah. Anyways, pretty fun. Maybe I'll save the seal pool and try and do some more editing, but yeah, it's been, what, 30 minutes? I think that's gonna be it for my lunch break. That was a nice pool. I want to do more of those. This one is kind of tough. If you haven't seen it, like removal, there's a lot of removal in black, but there's not that many creatures. There's this one that's very good, and then it's kind of it, unless you want to go kind of control, I guess, because those guys are pretty good in control. Okay, I'm gonna do it in one last very quick. Click cards to move back to pool. Really? I cannot just... whatever. Oh my god. So what if I do sort of control? So I'm gonna do black, blue. This I don't know. This probably. This I love. This is good. This is alright. Those are removal. Those guys are cool. This is good. Yeah, this might be interesting. Oh boy. Oh, can we just hide those now? Oh, we can't. Ugh. 14 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you don't really know what you do after that, and you don't really have a win con. We have a 7/7 menace, but it's a little rough to use. We got nothing in blue. I mean, we don't really have win con in the entire deck, to be honest. All of our rares are like a 5/5 for 5 that makes you menace stuff. This thing deals damage, I guess. It can deal damage straight to the opponent's face, so that's pretty sweet. So maybe I could have done the control deck could have been I can splash that sort of blue. That's just not cool. I could try and splash blue for this guy, I suppose. But I mean, if you want to be control, that's kind of cool. But I could do basically Rakdos, but more oriented defense. With this, with maybe taking this guy and the flash enchants and hoping that they're removal. This guy for win con. Oh, this guy. Yeah. So 18 cards. I would go 22, and I might even... no, I don't think so. I was gonna say splash this guy, but I don't like tempo in control decks. Maybe this, because I'm desperate and I want to make the game last, so I can pay 4 turn to block somebody. It's kind of really sucky. This to pretend it's a win, or not a win con, but a top end, I suppose. What kind of top end do we have? Nah. Hey, we have lots of 2-drops. So we are what, 18? So we do 4 more cards. We could play this for Delirium or to block a 3-drop. We don't really have Delirium, do we? Nope. 3/5 for 5. I mean, we have the other 3-5. Oh, maybe we're splashing blue at best. Oh, this is kind of rough, isn't it? You could double down on crappy instant speed spells, like we played all of them actually. This is not good in control at all. This is if you stretched it a lot, you could use it in defense, but you really don't want to. I mean, you can use it in attack because you're not supposed. You don't have to defend all the time, but and then our 2-drops are pretty high, but they're pretty high. This is not 1. This is not 1. This is 1, but it doesn't attack. This is not 1. This is 1. So we have 1, 2 and a half. Yeah, we could put more 2-drops. So you could put this guy. Yeah, it's pretty rough. And 3, 2. I mean, you can also like have a deck that has a bad plan that happens, and say, I don't know if I'm attacking or if I'm defending, and I'm playing this guy, maybe 2 to try and have a better vampire synergy. Or you just go vampire. No, the thing is, the payoff of vampires is not great. It's just this guy that gives madness to them. So screw that. Like we've got like 22 cards. There you go. It's a deck. See, I was more excited, even though there's better cards separately here and there. I was more excited by the Azorius because I could see the plan going somewhere. This is just I have a lot of removal. I'm hoping to do something, and I don't like that. Even though the cards are better, I think the synergy is like down the drain. That's it this time. That was fun. I'll probably do some more. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube, so you can send comments and tell me what you would do. I don't think I can just copy the entire pool list pool in. I'll try. Maybe I'll try and put it on YouTube as well, just in case, to be able to read it to do this again. And yeah, this generator is cool. They should definitely create links to be able to load the seal pools so that we can share them, etc. And they could fix a couple things like removing the lands and blah and so on. Awesome. Thanks for watching. It's been fun. I will see you sometime later. Enjoy your pre-release if I don't see you. Bye, guys.